the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons out at Little Caesars Arena. Well, for Detroit, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
And now, the starters for the game. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 5, Luke Kennard. At small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 25, Reggie Bullock. The other guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 1, Reggie Jackson. Starting at the other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 23, Blake Griffin. Numero 0, the center at 6'11" out of UConn, having big fun around the rim. This is Andre Drummond. Your head coach is Dwayne Casey. Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from the Motor City as the Pistons take it to the hardwood at Little Caesars Arena. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off a good outing against the Raptors in Toronto. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Here's Osman. He kicks to Sexton. Over Jackson. The shot by Sexton, no good. And it's Detroit's ball.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit, but the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Johnson, and it's Osman in at the 2-guard position.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Now here's Drummond. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Sinks the three-pointer. Griffin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17, battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
Johnson's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Sexton the pass to Thompson. Passes to Osman. Kicks it to Sexton. Goes up on the high post. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Pass to Bullock. Back to Jackson. Drummond working against Thompson. Drummond finds Griffin. Up and in on the layup. Griffin's got 5 points so far. Here's Sexton. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Nance outside. The pass to Thompson. This is to Sexton. That shot misses. Nice D from Griffin. Jackson up top. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Johnson outside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now here's Bullock. He's guarded by Johnson. Now here's Bullock. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Now here's Sexton, guarded by Jackson. Osman, and it's all evened up. Osman's got himself on the board with 3 there. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Jackson kicks to Bullock. Thompson against Drummond. Outside Griffin. Tipped away. It's stolen by Nance. To the paint and stolen by Drummond. And taken away by Johnson. And that one's good. Osman's got his second bucket of the night.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And in the early part of the season, Steve, teams are usually at their healthiest. How do you maintain that healthy factor throughout the long season?
You know, I love what these organizations are doing, and also players individually. They're getting their rest. They're having the individual trainers on the side. Nutritionists play a huge role right now. And I think for a lot of the younger guys, you can't be afraid to ask the veteran what he's doing. And I think that's what a lot of the veterans right now are taking these young guys under their wing and not only teaching them the skill level on the court, but how to maintain their bodies throughout the season.
Now, here's Sexton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Feeds it to Nance. Yes, that goes in.
Punishing the smaller man inside. Just good fundamental basketball.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Detroit. Trailing by 4. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
So it's the Cavaliers now after the miss from Andre Drummond. And that one's good. Osman.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Griffin's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Detroit. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Osman. 14 points from him the last game against Washington. Here's Sexton. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Detroit's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Jackson looking around. Pass to Kennard. Pistons keep it alive. Six to shoot. Tries again, and the jumper falls for him. Here's Sexton. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Thompson, high post. He dishes it to Sexton, and Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Detroit. Ish Smith comes in for Reggie Jackson. And Cleveland also making a change. Clarkson's checked in. And there's the feed to Johnson. Sexton with it. Griffin's there. 4 on the clock. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Kennard, the pass to Drummond. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Cavaliers. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place. And, of course, there's the Pistons, a half game back.
And right now for the Pistons, that big splash they were hoping for to start the season just never evolved. I mean, they're stuck there in the middle of the pack.
It's not how you start, though. It's how you finish, right? So if they still got time to pull this all together and make some noise as the season goes along.
Clarkson. Pass to Sexton. From the high post, he drills it. Sexton's got 5 points so far.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Smith kicks to Griffin. Pass to Robinson. Smith outside. Lets the 3 fly. The Pistons with the fresh 24. Second chance shot. Drummond finds Robinson. Nance against Drummond. The deep 3 from Smith. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 16-7 run.
Well, a big focus for the Pistons has been improving their shooting, and they've done it. Last season, the 5th best 3-point percentage in the league.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Sexton dishes to Clarkson. He kicks to Thompson. Shoots it. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Pistons trail by 3. The pass to Smith. Over Sexton. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Johnson, the pass to Sexton. Back to Johnson. Over Robinson. From 13 feet, it goes down. Johnson's got his first basket. Detroit with the ball. Smith kicks to Griffin. Smith, the pass to Robinson. To the wing on the left. Shoots. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
From deep, Johnson. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And Johnson, just great touch from outside. Love how quick that release is.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about how to shut down this formidable offense they're facing, and he told me it's all about following the scouting report. He said, look, we've got all this information. Which guys shoot best from what spots on the court. We just have to take that stuff away and make them make adjustments. Kevin, we'll see who handles that best tonight.
Okay, David, nice work. Holding this offense in check will not be a simple job today.
Especially if they're allowed to get off to a quick start. If they get into a rhythm right away, it's almost impossible to get them out of it.
This team, they like to attack quickly before the defense gets set, so you have to be ready for that and be fast to get back on every possession.
And that one misses.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Detroit. That's off as well, so he misses both. And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years, their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season, now less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set.
So it's the Pistons now, following the score by Cleveland. Smith kicks to Pachulia. Here's Kennard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting 2.
Luke Kennard, the 12th pick in the 2017 draft out of Duke, an outstanding shooter and has a lot more to show in his game.
First one falls for him. And Kennard, Smitty, went 1 pick in front of Rookie of the Year contender Donovan Mitchell. Some Piston fans ticked off about that.
Yeah, I understand. But he was top 20 in three-point percentage right out of the gates. It's not just about year one. I think Kennard has a chance to be good.
Lures checked in for Blake Griffin. Both good from the line that time.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Hill against Smith, out left to the wing. Here's Clarkson. That one wide left. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 8-point game. Poked away. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Korver. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Cleveland.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long 3. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
Now, here is Smith. 11 points for him in that last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
Here's Kennard. 8-point game. 5 on the clock. A 3 ball.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington. Korver finds Thompson. Here's Clarkson. Rebounded by the Pistons.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Nice shot by Smith.
The defense slow to react that time. Smith makes them pay using his quickness.
Clarkson with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. Buries it down low. Clarkson's got his first bucket of the night.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And so it's Cleveland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One of the most dominant big men in the league, Andre Drummond, says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Take care of the basketball, being disruptive on D. That combination has them out in front.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Kyle Korver, Channing Frye out there with Thompson. Then there's Hill, and it's Clarkson in at the 2. Now Smith, after Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. Now Lure. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kennard kicks to Smith. Shoots over Korver. Tries again. Count it. And the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Pachulia.
And this is how Pachulia gets a lot of his points. Crashing the glass.
Smith against Hill. Outside Korver, pass to Clarkson. From the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now here's Korver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington.
On a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Robinson, that's good.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
Now here's Korver. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
And he hits it to tie the game up. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league, and Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking. It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, great. He can get up a few notches higher. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. For the Pistons, Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Ish Smith. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Clarkson.
Ish Smith, an excellent backup point guard, more than capable of holding down the starting spot as well.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Well, Steve, Ish Smith with speed to burn. Man, can he fly.
Like a rocket, he pushes the pace. As fast as he plays, he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebounding. Fifth, Zaza Pachulia.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Hill dishes to Thompson. Kicks it to Frye. Passes it to Hill. Here's Osman. 6 to shoot to end the run. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Pistons leading by 3. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin. and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. And that one drops. Hill's got his first basket of the night.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by the Pistons.
Jackson against Hill. Jackson kicks to Bullock. Back to Jackson. Over Hill. Jackson misses.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Korver gets a wide open look. Cleveland gets it back. Osman scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Jackson kicks to Lure. Outside Robinson. Pass to Bullock. Takes the 3. They get it again. Pachulia, no luck.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
Outside Korver. Jackson against Hill. Lets a floater go. No good. And it's Detroit the other way.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Out left to the wing. Outside Robinson. Jackson against Hill. Jackson misses. Cleveland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Hill looking around. The dish to Fry. Now here's Korver. Defense right on him. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Larry Nance is checked in for Thompson. Now the pass to Fry. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hill. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Fires for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Lure's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Robinson. He kicks it to Bullock. And here is Lure. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Back to Bullock. Pass to Lure. Trying to end the drought. Traps in the tray.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Teams in both conferences battling to get to the NBA Finals. Steve, what do you like to see in a championship series?
Kevin, I would love to see teams that are kind of evenly matched a lot of times, both in style of play and then also to have the stars within the stars. And what I do hate, though, is a team that is at a disadvantage because of an injury. That's the one thing I hate, because you always have the debate, if this player wasn't hurt, what would be the outcome?
For the Pistons, Drummond comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And it's Griffin in for John Lure. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Sexton comes in for Hill. And both free throws good for Fry.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Now here's Drummond. No points in the game yet for him. And that one, good. And the Pistons lead by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Johnson. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Drummond passes to Griffin. And he banks in the layup. Griffin's got 10 points.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
Here's Sexton. He's got 8. Goes up the baseline, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Out to the wing. Jackson with it. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Nance against Griffin. A floater. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Smith checked in for the Pistons.
On the floor is Smith.
Clock at 6. He feeds it to Drummond. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here's Sexton. 10 points for him. Johnson outside. Shoots over Bullock. Johnson's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And it's Smith missing.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Johnson surveying the floor. Ring shot on the way. 2 points. That one goes. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit. Passes it to Drummond. Back to Smith. Griffin kicks to Jackson. No good from outside.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. The open look here for Sexton. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Down low. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Griffin. And that's now 6 points for Smith.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Now here's Johnson. 14 points from him the last game against Washington.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Here's Bullock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Joe Johnson picks one up. Now with Reggie Bullock showing himself to be a terrific secondary scorer.
Doesn't try to do too much, hardly ever turns it over. He's gotten better at attacking and creating for himself and his teammates.
That free throw missing. Detroit making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Clarkson, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. Good on the second free throw. The Cavaliers trail by 4.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority.
Here's Johnson. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Griffin. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now Johnson. He's got 11. Here's Sexton. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And yeah, he's undersized, Smith, but boy, he plays hard on defense.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Pistons on top, up by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Duran Lou. Duran, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just we haven't made shots. We just got to relax and we got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Duran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Tonight isn't an exception, as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pistons leading by 4. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Pistons, the athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Bullock in at the 3. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Following the miss by Griffin. Here's Thompson. Great positioning on the putback.
Crashing hard on that putback, Thompson does his best work around the rim.
Jackson finds Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And here's Bullock. Here's Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. That one a little long.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Jackson. Sexton the pass to Thompson. Here's Osman. He nails it, and we're tied up. Osman's got 11 points.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Blake Griffin has made significant improvement as a shooter over the years. He's been working with his shooting coach. He's rewired his shooting form.
Steve, you talk about Griffin changing his shooting form. How is it different now than when he started?
Well, he releases it now on the way up, jumping straight up and down. A higher release gets more arc on the ball. Making a new motion feel normal takes a tremendous amount of work and repetition.
The first free throw is good. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, which skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. Being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting. And I wouldn't say you'll be Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
Now here's Johnson. 11 points in the game. Shoots over Bullock. Kennard with the rebound.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Detroit, no good that time either.
Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
Here's Osman. The shot from the low post is good. Osman's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. For Detroit, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Drummond dishes to Griffin. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. The 4th spot held by Colin Sexton.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
Griffin hits them both. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Osman, the pass to Thompson. He kicks to Sexton. For the lead. Here's Nance, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Nance has got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Drummond working against Thompson. Drummond finds Griffin. And he elevates for the slam. Thompson did not like that.
We know how strong Griffin is, but he has the ability also to adjust his body in midair to draw the contact.
For Detroit, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Cleveland also making some changes. Corver comes in for Joe Johnson. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton.
1 shot, gentlemen.
And Griffin no good on that one.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Osman kicks to Hill. The Cavaliers keep it going, a new 24-second shot clock. Osman, the pass to Thompson. Now here's Korver, outside Hill. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Griffin, and Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Griffin. He's putting up 33 points a night, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Now here's Thompson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. They get the rebound. Korver finds Thompson. Outside Hill. Cleveland moving the ball around. Korver, no luck. The Pistons have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. Shot clock at 2. And it's Bullock missing.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
To the middle. It's tipped. Griffin kicks to Jackson. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Hill dishes to Korver. Just 5 on the clock. Trying to get something going. Buries it from three-point range. Korver's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jackson passes to Pachulia. Pass to Kennard. Shoots, and he knocks down the jumper. Kennard's got 11 points. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Now here's Thompson. Dishes to Hill. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Lewis checked in for the Pistons. Ish Smith comes in for Reggie Bullock. Clarkson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jackson finds Smith. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Cavaliers trailing. Shoots. Nice shot from the wing.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
The Pistons shooting 43% from the floor. Over to the left wing. Lure. Again, the miss by the Pistons. For Cleveland, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. He gets that one. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead.
And Hill very capable with the teardrop. Great touch on those.
Lure up top. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Clarkson. Jackson misses.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Shots good by Clarkson. And here's Jackson. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And the pass to Kennard. Kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Can't hit that one. Nance with some nice D.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Lure. Back to Jackson. Shot to stop the run. Cavaliers with the rebound. Nance has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And here's Hill for 3. No good on the shot. And it's Detroit the other way. Looking to end his cold spell, and Thompson sends it back. Outside Korver launches a 3, and Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Jackson against Hill. Jackson passes to Pachulia. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Against good defense, Pachulia using his size and strength to muscle up the shot.
Hill kicks to Thompson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Tristan Thompson.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pistons trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Jackson against Hill. It's stolen by Hill. A floater, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Johnson comes in for Nance, and it's Sexton in for Hill. Sexton the pass to Johnson. Over Lure. Wow, way off on that one.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Nice shot by Smith.
And this is the shot Smith's been working on. Hard to get time in the backcourt these days if you can't hit it from range.
Sexton kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Fry. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Smith outside. Pass to Drummond. He dishes it to Jackson. Shoots over Clarkson, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
Tough to cut into a lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Clarkson's got 6 in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Smith kicks to Lure. Back to Smith, and the pass to Drummond. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Jackson drives in. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jackson's got his 2nd basket of the night.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Here's Sexton. Smith with some nice D.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
To the left wing. Pass to Kennard. Outside Jackson. Stolen by Clarkson. With 1 on the clock. Can't connect. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Cavaliers leading by 6. On the court for Cleveland, Johnson is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Sexton in at the point. Now here's Sexton, and that one is good. Sexton's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Cavs. Now here is Smith. Bullock with it. He kicks it to Drummond. Back to Bullock. Just 5 to shoot. Over Johnson. And a little luck that time, but it drops. The Cavaliers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Now Sexton. It's Frye atop the key. Here's Johnson. And it's Lure with the rebound. Pistons trail by 6. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Kennard. And another 3 for Detroit.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Sexton the pass to Frye. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
The length and athleticism of Frye showing up inside.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Pistons. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
One shot, find the lane.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league. If only Frye could get there more often.
The Pistons trailing. Smith kicks to Bullock. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And you know, for that Knicks game, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And he makes the first.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Blake Griffin hits them both. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Clarkson looking for an opening. Here's the floater, and he sinks the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Kennard's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Johnson kicks to Osman. Back to Johnson. Cleveland the rebound. Goes back up. And it's laid up and in by Thompson. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 14 rebounds. And Detroit has possession. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Kennard. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
Clarkson kicks to Sexton. Pass to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thompson, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Cavaliers making a switch here. Nance is checked in.
Into the lineup for the Cavaliers.
Pistons trail by 8. Here's Smith. Kicks to Drummond. Inside. The 8-footer. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 22 points for Blake Griffin.
On the attack all evening. Not sure at this point what can slow Blake Griffin down.
Sexton dishes to Johnson. Shoots over Griffin. They get it back. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
Bullock passes to Smith. Drummond up top. He's covered by Thompson. Over Nance. Griffin's shot is off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Bullock. Not a lot of room. And stolen by Sexton. Here's Osman. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the quick active hands of Sexton on display, creating the turnover there, just jump-starting the fast break.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here is Smith. Clock at 4 from the line. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Here's Osman. Puts up a 3. Griffin grabs the board.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Down low, Bullock. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Bullock's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
It's taken away by Smith. Now Detroit moving it up. Smith with the ball. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Here's Drummond. And there's the pass to Kennard. Outside Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
He has the ability to get hit, stay up in the air, and to finish the play. That's Blake Griffin.
Sexton kicks to Johnson. Puts it up from 12. Here's Thompson, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
Now here's Bullock. He's guarded by Johnson. Smith right side. Here's Drummond. Nails the baby hook. Now just a 4-point Cavalier lead.
That's the right play to run. Drummond with the skill and size to make that high percentage attempt.
Johnson outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Osman beyond the arc. And Joe Johnson gets the three. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
And that evened things out. He had a 3 early in the first half, now gets 1 in the second.
Smith kicks to Bullock. Fader on the way. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Osman, the pass to Sexton. Johnson outside. Shoots from 14. Again, Johnson missing. Pistons trailed by 5. Griffin with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Took him no time at all on that one.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Cavaliers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Sexton dishes to Johnson. Pass to Sexton. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And it's Osman missing. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game. Clarkson, he's checked in for Sexton. And here is Drummond. Outside Griffin. Five to shoot. Up again, and Drummond is right there. And the Pistons lead by 2.
And this is where the team is starting to rely on Andre. They need a big bucket. He provides it.
Thompson finds Clarkson. On the wing, Nance. Clarkson passes to Johnson. Shoots over Bullock. Johnson, good. Johnson's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
Nightmarish fourth quarter. Just 2 of 9 shooting. Anybody's game, and that's one reason why.
Clarkson against Griffin. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Johnson, the pass to Osman. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
2 minutes remaining.
Smith kicks to Bullock. Pistons passing it around. Drummond with it. Picked up by Thompson. Griffin passes to Kennard. That's a 2 from Smith. No good on that one. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
Smith kicks to Griffin. Back to Smith. There's the dish to Griffin. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Blake Griffin hits them both.
He thrives in these big moments. He's always ready to help put the game away.
Joe Johnson on the wing. Shoots over Bullock. Cleveland keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Johnson down low. He's guarded by Bullock. Johnson dishes to Thompson. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And 1:01 left in the 4th. Knocked loose and stolen by Drummond. Here's Kennard. Drummond trying to get himself free. It's good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tristan Thompson.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Osman the pass to Clarkson. Here's Johnson. Good.
Timeout.
Here's Jackson. No good that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Back to Johnson. Osman kicks to Johnson. Clock at 6. Sinks it.
And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 4. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds. Top-notch play from Griffin. That was a bucket they needed.
Larry Nance Jr. 5th personal, team sport.
One shot.
Be a terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
gets the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Passes to Bullock. Here's Kennard. And the shot is long.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. From deep, no good. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Joe, what does getting a road win tonight do for you when you go back home?
It does a lot, man. You know, give us confidence going back home. You know, guys showed a lot of guts tonight coming out and bouncing back and getting a big win.
Enjoy the ride home, Joe. We'll see you back there. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.